Alright, welcome back to CAJ Productions. This is a presentation on family life. So, over the years in the 20th and 21st centuries, families have lost a lot of what their previous, functionalities were, and they've decreased in size. Specifically, for example, most food in the past has been produced on family farms, but that's decreasing, as you can see. And the size of the average farm is going up because there are more bigger farms that are owned by companies, and basically the amount of family farms are decreasing. In addition to that, the amount of people per family is also decreasing, as you can see with the graph on the left. This is for a couple reasons. First of all, divorce became more frequent, so that caused a fewer number of people per family. And also, families became more stable, stable economically. And that led to a decrease in the number of children too, because children weren't needed to work on farms, for example, because those were also decreasing. Also, divorce has increased over the past century. This just shows U.S. divorce rate per 1,000 marriages each year. So how many of 1,000 marriages would get divorced each year? However, worldwide this has been happening too. For example, Brazil, though they have a lower rate of 21% of all marriages in divorce, it's about 50% for the U.S. And Egypt, Iran, South Africa, before all these countries didn't really have that much divorce. And then there are a lot of the first world countries, U.S., French, Spain, Cuba, Hungary, and the Czech Republic. They all have divorce rates that are pretty high, 50% or higher. And this is for a couple reasons. Firstly, the amount of arranged marriages has decreased, and if you were in an arranged marriage, usually there wasn't much of a choice for you to divorce out of that. But now most marriages are free choice, consented to by both parties, and because of that, the groups. Because of that, if you wanted to leave your marriage, it was more easier to, as opposed to an arranged marriage where you were forced into it. Then finally, the modern family has changed, and modern life has changed in terms of sexuality. So, this is also part of the reason why birth rates are decreasing. There's been more access to birth control, and, there's been access to, there's been bigger talk about sexuality in this last century and this century than before that. Movies, TVs, talk about it. And there were also a lot of topics that were taboo, just forbidden, a century ago that now are talked about a lot, homosexuality, gay rights, teen pregnancy, abortion. All that is being talked about a lot more than it was, 100 years ago. But this hasn't necessarily been happening worldwide, as we can see, and especially in the Middle East. In the Middle East, there's still laws against you know, gay marriage, and you know, some countries even have the the penalty for if you're gay, you get the death penalty, which I think we can agree is an unfair treatment. But there has been also a lot of opposition to this. For example, you know, Christian churches, the Catholic Church, are generally opposed to the, you know, opening up of you know, sexuality in the mainstream media, and overall, like topics that you know were taboo a century ago now are topics that everyone can talk about. And you know, that's all for now. Thanks for watching CAJ Productions. Good night.